Come on, load up. Good boy. Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be working on doing a couple things with my pigs. In a week they go to market, so as you guys saw, I got the trailer hooked up, got the rack on the trailer, got it up here, so we're going to get that all in position. And then I have a little bit of work I need to do on the chute because it kind of got tore up while we were going over the weekend. And it's very humid today. The real feel is like 113 or something. It's only 89 degrees, but with all the humidity, it is pretty nasty out here. So pigs are pretty hot, so once we get everything set up, I'll probably get the hose and spray the pigs down a little bit, but just the tin on this side of the chute has gotten tore up. I knew it was getting pretty bad, and then we went out of town over the weekend and I came back and it was completely destroyed. So we're going to pull the chute out of here first and just put a board down there and help hold that together, and then we'll get the trailer backed up and get everything set up. If you don't know how I do this, loading my pigs out, is I set the trailer up a week before they go, and then I start to feed the pigs out of the trailer. And by the time the next week comes around, most of the time, they're all going back and forth from the trailer to the pen pretty easily, and then you can just shut the gate. So that's the way that I typically do it around here, and it works pretty good most of the time. All right, I got the chute out here, got it flipped upside down just to make it a little bit easier to work on. And the plan is what I'm going to be doing is just taking this board and kind of mount it up right in here just to hold all that tin back. Alright, I finished getting all that put together, and I stood the chute up here like this so that whenever I back the trailer up, I can set it down in there, and I'm going to get my truck and back it up real quick. Alright guys, we got everything set up here. Trailer is unhooked. We got all the pigs run back together. I got a little bit of feed in the trailer here. I haven't really come up in there yet at all, but doesn't really surprise me. They've still got some feed over here, so it's going to take them a couple days, probably till they get where they're comfortable going back and forth from the trailer, because they're not really going to explore it until they get hungry. It is now Friday. I've seen all the pigs up here in the trailer for sure, except for one. Seems like there's always that one that just won't quite go up in there, but at least 5 of them have been up in there several times, so that's good. Still eating a lot of food, and still extremely hot. It's been well above 100 degrees every day. It's really more humid than anything though. The humidity's terrible. The real feel's been like into the 120s or more, so it's been hot. I've been keeping water on the pigs. We've got the sprinklers, and I watered the top part of our pasture. Been moving them around. Figured you guys didn't really need to see that anymore. Alright guys, it is now Tuesday. As you can see, I already got some more pigs. The guy that I normally buy them from ended up contacting me, letting me know that he had some that were about the size that I normally get. Then they're about 50 pounds, some might be a little bit smaller. They're a little bit sunburnt, as you can see, especially that one that just ran in there. And that always happens whenever I get them, just because whenever you take them out of the big hog barns, they've never been out in the sun, so when you bring them out here, they get sunburnt right away. They're actually starting to get a little bit better now. I've had them for about 4 days, and they settled in good. I had to do a little bit of work to the pen and stuff before I bought them, just replace some of the hot wire handles, had to do some work back in the hut. Just normal things you have to do in between each batch of pigs you get. And the pigs that I took last Monday were a little bit small. The biggest one was 204, and then the smallest one was 160. I try and get them to 250 pounds, but this time they were a little bit small, and there's a couple reasons why that is. One is because I was working all summer. Most of the time I'm home, I'm able to spray them down and keep them cool, and they eat more feed that way. This time they barely ate any feed at all. I only had to grind corn 3 times. Most of the time I have to do it 5 or 6 times, so they just didn't eat as much food. And then I also did not have it at the right protein. I'm still trying to figure out how to do all that. That was only the 3rd batch of pigs that I've raised, grinding and mixing my own feed. If you don't know, I have a burr mill and I grind and make my own feed, save some money doing it that way. So I was trying to play around and see if I needed to feed the mineral and the bean meal the whole entire time that I had the pigs, and clearly I did. That was the longest time I've ever had a batch of pigs. I had them for, I think it was 6.5 months. So I fed them the bean meal and the mineral for the first, I think, 2 or 3 months that I had them, and then I ran out and I just never went and bought any more. I thought that me having them for a longer period of time, that they would grow enough with me feeding them just the corn. Obviously they didn't. Now I know that, and we won't be doing that again. But in the video I made where I divided the pen, if any of you guys remember that, I put 2 of the pigs over here, let them out into the dirt, and then kept the 4 bigger ones on this side. And they did end up, the 2 smaller ones did end up catching up, I think, to the other 4 pigs. They were all pretty close in size. I know in that video I said that they were probably going to be pretty big, but they ended up just really not growing at all after I divided the pen. It seems like they really just kind of stayed at the same weight. They didn't gain a ton of weight like they normally do, because most of the time the bigger they get, the quicker they put on weight. And with the last batch, it just didn't seem to go that way. So it is what it is. It's all right. And now we know next time that I'm not going to be able to do that. But there is one more thing I want to show you guys real quick before I end this video. We ended up getting a couple of turkeys. Dad's been wanting to get turkeys for a little while now. I also bought some more guineas. There's a sale that is here locally at the fairgrounds once a month at the end, last Sunday of the month. And people bring all kinds of birds, all kinds of different tools and things like that. You can buy pretty much anything and sell pretty much anything there you want. And that is where we go to sell a lot of our birds and buy a lot of our birds. So found these turkeys, paid 20 bucks a piece for them, and I think it was a pretty good deal. The hen has a little bit of a limp. We're not really sure what's going on with her. She's getting much better though, and it's almost gone. And then we ended up getting some more guineas. If any of you guys remember, we used to have some that were locked up in this part of the barn. We had 9 in there, and since then we have let them out, mixed them all together. They're all over here, and we have 14 now that are that size, because I ended up buying 5 more whenever I was up there at the fairgrounds, and they all seem to be doing pretty good. So I just thought I'd show you guys that real quick. I think that's going to wrap this video up though. I'm thinking about doing a video talking about the finances that I had in the last pigs, going over a little bit of that stuff, how much money I had into them, what I made, all that kind of stuff. So if you'd be interested in seeing any of that, let me know. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope to see everyone in the next one. Have a great day.